So our next business to pitch will be Sergio Pengel and Sonar.
I need help. Greetings, everybody. Meet Maria from Barbados. And just 24 hours ago, she was fixing dinner for her two beautiful children when she missed the last update from Category Storm Dorian to be upgraded to number 4. 24 hours later, she finds herself shelterless, no shelter, no food, and more importantly, she has no way of knowing when help is coming. Thank you. Natural disasters such as earthquakes, hurricanes, and wildfires are on the rise. In fact, it's costing us over $260 billion every single year, and it's growing. But you know what the biggest problem with natural disasters are? Is that at the most critical time, when you need help, there is no communication, there is no data. And because of that, there is no way of locating you or identifying you. That's why we introduced a platform called Sonar, a disaster management and emergency communication platform, kind of like a 911 app for disasters. Let's not make no mistake. This is not your every single day emergency communication platform. This Sonar is designed specifically to respond to earthquakes, hurricanes, fires, and even things like massive shootings. Right now, we're available on the iOS and Android store, and we have been testing this platform for the past 3 years, and it's proven in the Caribbean. The way it works is cool. If you're online or offline, online, you can create an emergency identification where we use a KYC biometric solution to create an emergency identification for you. For an example, before you get to the hospital, the doctor would know your blood type and your emergency contacts. The offline mode is simple. Swipe up, maybe add a message, and a send. And the responding agency will know your location in real time. Folks, this is a huge problem right now in the Caribbean. Our business model is cool. We started making money this year because we pivoted. And we pivoted as a result of understanding from a B2C to a B2B client base, which is because of the rising industry of natural disasters, predicted to be $12.6 billion just this year alone. And because of our model of licensing, we developed a solution to be able to create an API for agencies, government, or countries to simply protect their data and integrate our emergency communication solution as part of the infrastructure. The industry is crazy. The natural disasters are growing every single year. And this year is doing $13 billion. Now, one of the things that we love about this industry is that the emergency and disaster relief is the most prominent one, and it's the space we're taking advantage of. We're predicted in the next 2 to 3 years to make $12.6 million just capturing our market, which is in the Caribbean. Our team is like, I don't know why it's just doing this. Our team is like no other. All right, we've been fortunate to recruit some of the leading experts all across the world when it comes to emergency and response. And our executive team, our developers, have been developing emergency communication for the past 7 years. In fact, if you invest in us, not only will you have a robust team that has been experienced, has continuity, but you have one that is suitable for a long-term ROI. Our partners, we've done all the homework for you. We've partnered up with some of the leading organization response agencies. I've been to every island that has been impacted by the emergency and spoke to the agencies there themselves to understand the core of the problem, and we're working and partnering up with them. Some of the organizations that we have and have established partnership with is some of the leading organizations in the Caribbean, such as SEDEMA, Canto, and CTU, to enable a massive response agency system in the event of an emergency for you or your company. Our ask is 500, as a lean 500 to $1.5 million. Here's why. We're at the stage right now where we're losing money because we're not able to fulfill these orders. In the Caribbean, in St. Martin, we have an entire country who's ready to onboard Sonar. But but the problem is they want to protect their data. They don't want to share the data with Jamaica. So we want to create an API that allows them to integrate our system into their platforms and provide emergency communication for the entire country. Ladies and gentlemen, Maria is sitting there waiting. Can you ask for help? Or are we providing Sonar as a standard way of responding to emergency communication? My name is Sergio Pengel, and it's my pleasure to present to you. And if you're interested to take this to the next level, speak to me after this. Thank you.
All right. Great job. Stay up here. And we'll have 2 minutes of questions from our judges, which will start now.
Could you talk a bit about competitors in the space or some of the offerings that are out there right now to the customers you're serving?
Right. So right now there are communication solutions that don't work offline. Our solution is proprietary for offline solutions. So you have things like Alert Media. You have things like Speak, which are solutions that allow you to communicate during disasters, but they're not application-based. And they don't play in our space of online. It's a superpower. It's an online communication to be able to communicate when the towers are down. The competitors currently have online solutions where you're able to communicate when you have data or Wi-Fi. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
How much are you charging your customers?
I'm charging them a licensing fee every single month and to install it. So we started with a 5,000 to 10,000 package for a regular company. For a country, it's depending on how many citizens they are. So we charge about $250 per citizen, or depending on how well they negotiate per citizen.
Gotcha. And the infrastructure is solely just a mobile app, or is there anything else?
Right. So in our situation in the Caribbean, most of the countries don't have the infrastructure in place. So what we do is we provide the application from the mobile app and the admin panel for them to administer the entire response agencies themselves.
Gotcha. Technical question: is the Wi-Fi broadband access pretty strong in these communities, or?
In the event of an emergency?
Right.
Absolutely not. You have no Wi-Fi, there's no data, you can't use your phone. And this is the problem that we're solving. And folks, I want to be clear on this. Our unique and superpower is that we've solved the key problem. I've been through every single country in the Caribbean and talked to the leaders. And we solved the key problem is that when there's no communication and they can't reach and talk to somebody, we enabled a solution that will allow them to at least send the location and a short message using a GSM network in the back end that we've created a proprietary technology around that. Ah, man.
Thank you. Great job. Let's give it to the next guy. All right. While we give our judge voted, again, the question was, what makes a pitch pop? Is it numbers? Is it passion? Is it the ask? Or is it something else? Anybody want to guess what the top choice was? Oh, okay. So why'd you choose passion? He is very passionate. If there's one thing to be passionate about, it's about helping people during natural disasters. So definitely something to be passionate about. Why else do folks think passion? Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Who chose numbers? Anybody choose numbers?
Thank you.
Why do you think numbers? Well, there you go. There you go. Anybody else? Numbers? Why'd you think numbers, brother?
Okay, now let me just check.
Numbers don't lie? Okay. Numbers don't lie. All right. Okay. Well, the other choice was the ask, which no one actually chose. And then the other one is something else. And so we don't have time to cover something else here, but in the next break, we will. We'll bring up our next entrepreneur, Jim Gibbs.